Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever part of the world you guys in. I want to leave a quick message because I feel like someone needs to hear this. A lot of us are walking around with very salty characters. We're not being who God ordained us to be. We're living for the world. I'm going to read from this book I told you guys about, Promise for You. This was given to me. This is by the New International Version. It was given to me years ago. Never really read it much, but I started reading it a couple of days ago. I usually often read the Bible and other stuff, but I found this is so interesting because it gets right to the point. It tells you exactly what you need to know from the Bible. Okay? Who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show it by his good life, by deeds done in humility that came from wisdom. That's James 3:13. This is Timothy. The first Timothy, this is 4 verse 12. Set an example of the believers for the believers in speech and in life, in love and in faith and in purity. So right here is teaching us to be an example around us for the people that we say we care about and we love. People know how you live your life when you claim you live for God by the things you do around you. You're living with humility, good. You're living with love, faith, and you're doing all the right things. Romans 12 verse 17. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. People usually say, I know I saw a few people that I know in the past that say, oh, I don't care what people think. Most people who say they don't care what people think really don't feel that way. But because of anger, disappointment, and hurt, they always say, oh, I don't care. A person that don't care what people think is not a person that's living godly. Because realistically, if you're doing good things, you should care that people think. If you're doing positive things and it's through the eyes of God and is in a positive way, you should always want to know what people think. But when you're doing terrible things, you're sinning against God, you know you're doing the wrong thing, and even some people try to tell you doing the wrong thing, you would say, I don't care. I don't care what people think. Me, personally, I do care what people think, especially when I'm doing the right stuff. Even when you're doing the right stuff, yes, some people will judge you and be against you, but guess what? In God's eyes, that's all. If God knows your heart, He knows your heart, and He knows who you are as a person. So as long as you're doing the right thing, people judge you, it doesn't even matter. But most of us are doing the wrong thing, and then we say we don't care what people think. And it's very sad. Because like I said, I know a few people in the past who say that a lot. And I always shake my head. Especially, I know that they weren't doing the right thing. Corinthians, this is the second book of Corinthians, 1 verse 12. Okay. Now this is our boast. Our consign testify that we have conduct ourselves in the world, and especially in our relationship with you, in a holiness of center that you are from God. We have done so not according to the worldly wisdom, but according to God's grace. So we can't boast about anything, basically. It's saying if you're boasting, be boasting about the favor of God, the work of God, according to the wisdom of God, according to the Bible, and you get grace according to how you live. I know a lot of people going through a lot of hard times and they say, man, I do so much good stuff. How come my life is like this? But a lot of us think because we do a few good things that's what matters to God. No, God, it matters how you treat people, and matters that you actually truly believe that Jesus Christ came down to save you. He said through Jesus we are saved. And a lot of us don't even believe that. So a lot of people don't have the faith they're supposed to have. So because the faith is not there, you're basically lingering. Psalms 84, 11. For the Lord God is the sun and shield. The Lord God bestowed favor and honor. Bestowed favor and honor. No good things does He withhold from those who walk in blameless. Basically, God will bless you if you're doing the right thing. You're living for God. He will never withhold his blessing. And that's what a lot of people don't get. And most people expect it to come right away, and it doesn't. The best gift you can get is the gift that God give you. It takes time. Some of us are not ready to receive the gift. Some are not in the right state of mind to receive the gift. And some of us get the gift and we don't even know what to do with it. And I know a lot of people who have been blessed abundantly and they waste it. They waste it. I know people have been in good relationship, people that had good jobs, people that have so much more than other people, but yet it's like it's not enough or they're not happy. So if you can get all those things and still not be happy, then something else is missing. And this is where it comes in, the grace of God, the good feeling to know that God is on your side and you're satisfied. A lot of people are not satisfied. Satisfied in where you are in life, and God will give you more. That's the mistake a lot of us make anyway. Titus 8, this is Titus 3, verse 4. Remind the people to be subjects to rulers and authority, to be obedient, to be ready to do whatever is good. Job 17, verse 9. The righteous will hold to their ways, and those with clean hands will grow stronger. Luke 16:10. Whoever can be trusted with every little can also be trusted with more. I was just speaking about that. And whoever is dishonest with very little will all be dishonest with much. So that right there, that's the perfect. I'm happy that I saw that. Luke 16:10. Read that. It's teaching us, if God cannot trust you with little, why would he give you more? And that's what a lot of us is failing at, because God gives us what we deserve and what we need, basically, to sustain the life that we have here. But we want more. And when you ask for more, it's just like you saying to God, oh, this is not enough. You didn't give me enough. I can't live with this. I can't do this. I can't do this. And that including financial, a spiritual connection, financial relationship and stuff. Because a lot of people get into relationships and there's always going to be one person that's stronger than the other person. And things in life is we want a perfect relationship. There's no such thing. We're going to go through good and bad stuff in a relationship. Like I always say, if the relationship did not end on infidelity, then it's a waste to walk away from it. If the person is not harming you physically or emotionally, it's because we want more. Because we want more, we leave what we already have. People can change and improve themselves as a person when they know they're at fault with certain things. But most of us just quit and move on and try to start a new relationship. And it's the same thing that we do for God, we do with God. When things are not working, we abandon him. And we like, well, I'm praying and I'm giving, I'm doing this, is not working. You forgot to have patience. And why would God give you more if you're complaining about less? And that's the thing. Why would God give us more if we're complaining about the less we have? He can't trust you. And the fact that you can't even deal with the little bit you have, why would he give you more? Patience is a big thing. We have to change our characters, the characters that we walk around with in our life. The I don't care character, I'm going to do me character, I'm going to watch it for myself, I don't care about other people, I'm going to do what's best for me first, and this and that. God said you're not supposed to be selfish. Some of us have some selfish personality. I don't care, I'm going to do for me. I have helped a lot of people throughout my life, and a lot of those people haven't helped me back. But one thing I can tell you, God's grace has been with me since I can remember. And because of that, I will keep serving him. I will keep talking about him until he calls me home. A lot of us need to invest in our character. What I mean by that, we need to examine ourselves. We need to say, well, if this is who I am, would I want someone else to be just like this? Would I be with me? And I asked someone that question before. I asked someone in my past, would you date you after all the things you have done to hurt me, basically? And the person said no, they wouldn't. So that just tells you right there that some of us really need to work on our character. Because if you wouldn't date you, then you definitely have issues to be fixed. But besides that, change your character to be in the liking of God. Accept the things he have given you, and he will give you more. Be grateful and gracious so God can bless you abundantly. Do not be selfish. Be courageous in faith and wait patiently. That's the advice I'm going to give you. Today It's Tuesday, the 1st. And I just want to say, like, may God continue to bless you guys, wherever part of the world you're in. Because, like, I know today can be Monday for some place. Today can be Tuesday. And today is a day of change, okay? Change from what you're doing if you're not in living in the right way, basically in the way of God. We're not here for our own purpose. We're here for God's purpose, and He gave all of us a purpose before we leave this earth. Some of us are walking around in a circle because we haven't found our purpose. Your purpose comes when you ask God for guidance. You have to ask Him for guidance because all of us have a purpose, whether it's to be a great singer, teacher, writer, father, mother, whatever it is. We all have a great purpose. So find that purpose through the grace of God. Pray and ask for Him to guide you. If anyone is going through a lot of pain and disaster, loss, broken financial, the best person to talk to is God. It's good to talk to friends and get people to, physical feedback. But at the end of the day, the one true God is going to answer all your prayers. May you have a blessed week or a blessed day. May God continue to watch over you and your family. May He instill a peace in your mind that can take you throughout the day. And know that you are loved by Him. We're all equal in God's eyes. We're all equal. There's no one more special. He already proved to us how special we were by giving the life of His Son for sinners like us. Have a blessed day. Bye.